Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing, and you can see real quick what we got going on here is we came up against our orange ring, our upper resistance at 41,180, and we're trying to build some sort of a base to break above this. If we look a little bit closer in the 1 hour time frame, you can see right now we're right up against it and we're trying to break above it, and we know this is our major upper resistance right now at the $42,180 level in this orange ring, and we're going to see what happens here. What I think the most probable solution is you start to top out, could come up a little bit, and then you start to trade back down into this region, and that's what I would look forward to, and that's what we're watching out for. But we'll keep on top of this. But any kind of pump that we could see, you would break out up into this level right up there, right about the $50,669 level, and that's the level we're watching for any kind of break up here locally. If we can get above that orange ring, right? I don't think we're going to get above it, but if we do get above it, that would be your upper resistance right there, right? And then everyone's favorite XRP, you can see we're sitting on the 200-day moving average. We had a watch up here because that 73 cents is where I think you're eventually going to go, but you can see you're getting stuck on the 200-day, but you're trying to hold it as support in the 3 hour. And if we zoom into the 5 minute, you can see we're on top of it. And I think you got to come up here and touch, which we've been forecasting for quite some time. You got to come up here and touch that 73 cents. Let's move it into the current time frame. And you can see if we zoom out now a little bit to the daily, you can see we've been talking about this coming up and back testing the symmetrical triangle right here. You can see the symmetrical triangle we're talking about. You had your upper resistance, upper resistance, upper resistance, upper resistance, upper resistance at $1.69, $1.37, $1.24. You had lower support at 56 cents, 58 cents, a wick down support at 67, and then a flush. And we told you oftentimes, but not always, when you break down out of a 10.5 month pattern that this symmetrical triangle was in, descending upper resistance, ascending lower support, right? It's a neutral continuation pattern, but after a flush, they can get some buyers, and they like to back test this now and get rejected to confirm the breakdown, and then you come down to 47 cents. On the oddball chance, a 1.5 to 1.69% chance out of 10, they come up like this, and then they complete the pattern, and then they overshoot and come up and top a local high here, and then they roll over. But that's only about a 1.69% chance of happening. And right now, what you need to be paying attention to is this 73 cents upper resistance, and see what you're going to do as you start to come trade back up on it. Can you get over it? When you do that, get on top of it, or you just start to trade back down once you get up there. But that's what we're going to be watching out for up here, and that's what we're currently forecasting to happen, is to come up and hit the 73 cents. We almost got there at 68 cents yesterday, but not quite there, but we're trying to push its way up there, and we're going to continue to see if we can't get up there, right? And then if we look at SHIBA coin real quick, I think that was in here, SHIBA right here, you can see SHIBA has been very bearish, but it had a nice little pop there coming up to the 200-day moving average. But you know, the last time we talked about this, we told you where this was going. Support area, buyers should be here to pump, and they were, and they pumped it up to the top there. But now you can see we're below this volume indicator, major volume traded range right there. So now we're bearish. Now what you would look forward to this coming up to is you can see the 200-day in green has now had enough time in the daily time frame in SHIBA coin to get a 200 moving average there, and you can see we're coming up to resistance number 1, the 200. And I think where you would get smacked down and ultimately rejected is this middle part of the volume indicator, and that's sitting up here at about 50279, right? And I think this, with our industry exclusive price note, would be where you get rejected. This is your rejection point in SHIBA coin, right? I think that is as high as you're going to get. The volume indicator is there saying such. Even if you go all the way back there, this is telling you got to come back down farther. And then you can see here where this support was up here that is now resistance, right? Where the this green support box used to be unlocked, and we'll pull it out into there so we have it. That would be where your green support box, or now your upper resistance box would be, where you would get rejected right in the middle of that, and then your lower support now is all the way down here with our industry exclusive price note. Johnny D, I think this was you. I have another subscriber asking about another coin. We'll get to that later. But SHIBA coin, upper resistance right there in the green box, and lower support is all the way down here in the orange box, last line of defense, or AKA get my shit together box to the shit house, right? So we're gonna make that orange, and that's what we got going on there. There's your lower support, your upper resistance. You're in the middle of them right now, coming up against upper resistance. Like, subscribe, and share. Peace and love. Peace and love.